So we started talking at the beginning of the broadcast about our next guest. He wrote a book called The Secret Asset. You can go to the website, thesecretasset.com. And the secret asset, of course, is life insurance. And he has amassed, or his family has amassed wealth using life insurance. And we've asked him to come back on a relatively frequent basis because it is it's worth learning about. We've never really spent time with this in the 16 years we've gone on the air. And I want you to really understand how life insurance works. I give you David Darkangelo. David, how are you, brother?
Great, good.
Good to have you in studio again.
How are you doing today?
Good, good.
Oh boy, full of questions.
So you are you are the life insurance expert on the program, and you know, I think it's important that we spend a couple of minutes kind of setting up what we've learned so far. Mm-hmm. One of the biggest things is that life insurance isn't just death insurance. It's actually a way to build wealth.
Right. It was called death insurance initially, and they changed the name to life insurance back a million years ago. Mm. But it's a contract with a life insurance company. A policy is a contract. So like anything else you do, when you're shopping for the best deal, you shop life insurance and you can create a mathematical win because up to 7 out of 8 people who buy quit.
Yeah.
Just like jewelry insurance. You know, not everybody collects. So if you're the one to collect, you get the big money. And that's where we got started on the show.
Yeah. And that, again, I have the book. Started reading it, gave it to my mom. She started reading it, talked to my sister. Now everyone's got questions about whys and hows, and you know. And the first one is my mom says, "Why don't I just buy it on myself?" She's 82, buy it on herself.
Yeah. So here's a strategy. So you buy it on yourself.
Yeah.
If you want to do it that way, you're 82 years old, and your options are this: I keep it till I die. I quit along the way for some reason.
And I just don't understand. That's got to be the worst call of all, because then you just threw all your money away for nothing.
You're a loser. You lose. You left everything on the table for the next guy who stays to collect. Or your option number 3 is times are tough. You wake up one day, you have a change of attitude, and you said, "Look," they call up and they say, "Dave, I no longer need the policy if I call. Let's say I'm 87 now." Yeah. Same person. Yeah. 87. Yeah. Dave, I no longer need the policy. I need some cash. Can you shop the policy and see if they'll give me money for it? Not the insurance company, but we go shop it into the institutional market, which are banks, hedge funds, et cetera, will bid to buy your policy. Give you a good example. A woman had a $2 million term insurance policy. She came in. She said, "My son told me to come in and see you guys. I was going to quit this term policy." She's in her 70s. We said, "Well, you could quit and get 0, or let's shop it." It's a $10 million policy. We sold the policy, converted it to a permanent policy.
So you can convert those things, huh?
Convert them to perm. There's a provision in there. You got to go read the fine print. We sold it for $2 million.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
So what's wrong with this picture? 0 or $2 million?
Yeah. Bad decision. Not enough information. Somebody just with that making an emotional decision and not getting professional advice obviously would have cost her $2 million.
Your policy is like a commercial building.
Oh, no kidding.
It's like a building. Think about that. This woman had a $10 million policy. If she dies, somebody gets $10 million. Mm-hmm. Or along the way, she decides, I want to get out. I can either, my choices are, I go back to the life insurance company and quit and give me whatever they'll give me, if there's anything.
Yeah.
Term insurance, there's nothing. Or you can shop it to the highest bidder, and that's what we do. We broker those policies also.
Now let's talk. I want to get into that when we get back to
questions now.
because shopping a policy is basically selling your policy that's already vested. Is that what that basically is?
Yeah, and there's very decisive rules.
Hold it right there. I'm gonna. Yeah, this is some good stuff. I want to go on a break here. I'm gonna stack all the commercials here so we can spend some time because I think that nugget in itself is enough to teach people about today. Yeah. I think it's important because I can tell you this. I've never personally heard about that before. Russ and Sully, Big Biz Show, BigBizShow.com. David
Breaking ground here, baby.
Oh, that's right.
Big Biz Show, by the way.
That's right.
Big.
Like you finally caught along. David Darkangelo, author of the book, The Secret Asset, our guest, teaching everything you want to know about life insurance and how to create wealth with it. After the break, CBS, ABC, Biz Television, Armed Forces Radio. Don't go anywhere.
You are enjoying Russ and Sully on the Big Biz Show. Well, enjoying might be a stretch for some. Here's Russ and Sully.
Big Biz Show, BigBizShow.com. Good stuff here. Coming up in the program tomorrow on ABC Radio, CBS Radio, nationwide, coast to coast, Armed Forces Radio Network. Coming up at the bottom of hour number 1 tomorrow, Kendall Perez is going to talk to us about gift cards. Best gift cards. We are not gift card fans in the show, so I thought it'd be great to have him on the air to talk about that.
Yeah, you know what works better than gift cards?
Cash.
Money.
The gift card that's accepted everywhere.
Everywhere. Not only that, tomorrow, Bistory the Opera I'll be debuting.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So Bistory is a business, history of business?
Right. I'll be singing it.
Oh, no kidding.
Yep. Just thought
Will you
of
have a
that.
cape?
I don't got nothing yet. I just thought it'd be fun.
A Bistory opera for
Yeah.
tomorrow. Is it
That's
operetta?
right, Bob.
Okay.
That's right, Bob.
Okay.
See, I've kind of got the first
Oh, yeah.
couple lines.
All right, good. Also, John Rossi from Garb Oil and Gas. We've had them on the air before. Interesting company. It's a mining play.
The Goyle Company.
It's a oil company. Well, not really.
No.
Well, it could be.
I bet they find gold when they're digging for oil.
Maybe, man, when they're drigging.
Drigging. That's part. It's technical.
Drilling and digging.
Don't make me go over your
Drigging. All right, good. That's all coming up tomorrow. Later in the week, we're going to have our good friends Ballboy Kyle and the movie guys on the other list.
head. Yeah.
All right, David D'Arcangelo is our guest.
Get back to this.
He wrote the book, TheSecretAsset.com, Secret Asset, and you can find out about it at TheSecretAsset.com. Before we go further, what made you write a book about this? You're busy enough.
You
aren't
know,
you?
I believe it's life insurance is so in the dark. It's the most archaic big business financial vehicle that nobody really understands. So I figured I'd write the book on it and make it clearly show people that I believe it's one of the biggest, most powerful, one of the greatest benefits assets ever developed in time, and everybody ought to own it. And there's a way to own it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the big
Yeah.
difference.
Correctly.
Well, yeah, and it probably drives you crazy. What drives you crazy worse? Is it the industry? Is it the people like Russ and I that are the consumers that don't get it, or is it the people in your business that could be doing so much more?
No, it's the smart people get it. You sit down with smart people; they like to make business decisions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man or woman doesn't matter. But if you sit down with the people who are unsophisticated, it's very hard because their prejudices about death, life insurance. The life insurance man, you ever want to clear a room at a party, just tell them you're in the life insurance business.
Yeah.
That and the lawyers, we clear the room. But once they understand the mathematics, so what I figured out really early on was this. People don't like to make life insurance decisions,
I like to make business decisions.
but they like to make business decisions. So let's
Oh, that's a good twist.
Let's make everything mathematical,
Yeah.
and then you can make a mathematical decision.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you realize, wait a second, I didn't know there was this much money here.
What is the sales process like for guys in your business nowadays? Because I mean, let's face it. Before it was a matter of calling people up, wasn't it? I mean, we've had a lot of folks in life insurance, and I think that's got to be the toughest thing. Because life insurance, used cars, a lot of the same thing. It's cold calling, isn't it?
Yeah. Whenever you have to educate, educating is the toughest job when you got to educate somebody into a whole new way of thinking. So one of my ways to do it is really simple, was the book.
Yeah.
I do live events, live seminars, direct mail. We do everything.
That's
between.
smart. That's smart.
Yeah.
All right, let's get back to this real quick. Again, I know we kind of went off the beaten path on what we were going to talk about today, but this is interesting. What we were talking, if you're just joining us on the break, what David's talking about is that you've got 3 choices with a life insurance policy.
Correct.
Talk to us about those one more time.
Yeah, life insurance, forget what you know about life insurance and erase it. Life insurance is an asset.
Okay.
When you pay a premium, you bought, in the brokerage business, you bought an option on the death benefit. Look at it like that way.
Sure, yeah.
I bought,
So one of your options is to take the death benefit.
One of your option is, hey, I'm going the distance. You go the distance. One of the other options is down the road, you figure out, you know something, I don't want this anymore.
Right.
Life insurance company loved you. You quit. You get penalized. You lose some money. You leave your money on the table. That money helps subsidize the people who go the distance.
Sure.
They love you. The third option is, and you can't start out this way, life insurance company will not sell you a product. You'd actually have to commit fraud on the application if you bought a life insurance policy with the intent in your older years to sell it.
Yeah.
Oh.
But after 2 years, which is the contestability period, one of your options down the road is, hey, I could quit. I can go the distance, or wait a second, instead of quitting, maybe I could get more money elsewhere, so shop it for sale.
Right.
You just can't go into it with that premise or you commit fraud on the app because they ask you, are you buying this to sell it? And you can't.
Say no.
So don't abuse the golden goose. The life insurance companies have given us in the IRS one of the greatest financial vehicles. Set it up, do it correctly, but that's one of your options. You're
Right.
75, you're 60 years old. You get to be 80 or 78. You go, oh, I spent all that money on life insurance. No, you didn't. You bought a future asset. Somebody's going to get it. You're a beneficiary.
Yeah.
Or wait a second, down the road, if you change your mind, shop it for sale. See if you can get more than the cash surrender value in the policy.
And even the beneficiaries might say, you know what, I'll go ahead and pick up the tab.
Well, I would say one of the best gifts I tell people is, look, is instead of buying a term policy, you bought a term policy, you're 40 years old or 45 years old, it's 20 years, you're done at 65. You know the odds of you dying in that period of time are
slim.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right.
Up to 98% of the people who buy term quit. 2% stay. At the point at which you quit is, wait a second, from 65 to 80 is that you may have a chance of dying.
Yeah.
So
Right,
why not
right.
keep it?
Probably
So
better.
turn around to your kids, buy a permanent policy instead of term policy.
That's where you convert it.
That's what. Yep. You buy a permanent policy.
Okay.
Or start out with a permanent policy, and down the road, wait a minute, turn around to the kids when you're done. The kids are gone.
Yeah.
Your spouse, your husband, your wife, you're together. You don't need the insurance. I'm going to turn around to the kids and go, look, I've got a $500,000, $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $5 million
Right.
policy.
Right.
Guys, my life expectancy at 75 is 7 years.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Would you like to make the premiums
Right.
on a $500,000 policy, $1 million policy? And here's how the mathematics work.
Right.
And when I pass away, you get the $1 million income and estate tax free, which is the equivalent of having to earn $1.5 million to net $1 million.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow.
where does it get
Yeah.
better?